Hey, Mike Oglesby here, talking about perfect pricing. Building block 1 of module 3, perfect pricing and super simple selling. Perfect pricing leaves both the service professional and the client feeling like they got the better end of the deal. In order to create this win-win dynamic, you must do 4 things. First, determine the value of the benefits you offer. Second, consider different pricing models. Third, match your objective to the appropriate pricing model. And fourth, consider offering discounts and specials that give extra incentives. Let's look at these in depth. Determine the value of the benefits you offer. To put a price on ideas is to put a value on what they will produce. Think about the deep-rooted benefits that your clients get from your services or products: financial, emotional, physical, and spiritual. This will determine the value of their return on investment. How much income will your products or services create? How long will what you create be a productive and useful resource for your client? How much pain will you relieve? How much pleasure will you create? Will your services create a long-lasting, substantial peace of mind? And are you connecting your clients to their purpose or spirit? No less important than the value you create is how you value yourself. Remember your ideal client. Remember your best work. You want to work with people who value what you bring to the table, who value your position and what you bring to the relationship or the partnership. But if you don't value it, neither will they. Let's look at consider different pricing models. Here are a few of the most often used pricing models for selling professional services. First, time for money trade. A rate is preset or predetermined and agreed upon for a certain amount of time. Open-ended time for money trade. A rate is set that trades time for money, but there's no constraint on how much time it'll take to complete the job. Fixed price for a preset result. A price is set for an entire job, and fees are usually, percentages or fees are usually collected at predetermined dates or upon completion or certain milestones. Recurring fee for an open-ended amount of time, commonly referred to as a retainer, where you pay a fee up front either monthly or quarterly for a certain amount of work. Retainer plus back-end. A fee is collected up front to cover any expenses, but most of the service provider's revenue is made or earned on the back end of the deal. Flexible pricing. Flexible pricing is where you offer different prices for the same services to different clients, usually in the business-to-business market where sales are based upon contracts or negotiated contracts. Sliding scale pricing. The same services are offered to different clients at different prices based on need. Service providers will usually use a sliding scale based on the client's ability to pay or the service provider's desire to work with that client. Bundle pricing. This is where a combination of products and services are created into one sale to make that sale bigger, which can sometimes provide or create savings for both the service provider and the client. Penetration pricing. This is where you come into the market with your products or services at a very low price, and once you've created a name for yourself, you begin to raise your prices. Loss leader pricing. This is where you come into the market with your products or services at a low price with the hopes that once your clientele is in there, they'll begin to invest in higher price services or products. Economy pricing. Economy pricing is kind of like Walmart and what they do. It's a way of coming into the market with lower prices than the average or typical in that field as a way of differentiating yourself. However, the difference between economy pricing and something like penetration or loss leader pricing is that the prices remain low all the time, kind of like Walmart. And then prestige pricing. Prestige pricing is where you offer your products or services at a higher rate than the average in your industry as a way to create a sense of prestige around you and your company. Prestige pricing usually has you working with fewer clients but making more money in the end. And here's a side note. When pricing yourself, remember there's various governmental regulations and agencies that do things with pricing in other countries. And with the internet being the way it is and us being able to reach out all around the world, it's important that if you're going to sell your products or services in other countries, that you know these governmental regulations and laws before you do. So let's talk about matching your objective to the appropriate pricing model. Before you consider which pricing model to jump in and employ, you need to consider your objective first. To maximize long-term profits. Now this should be your default approach. You're building something to last a lifetime. You're building something to carry your dreams and support those dreams, not to mention your family. So you want to remember long-term pricing. You want to keep that in mind. And any of the pricing models can be used for this objective. To maximize short-term profits. This is usually employed when you need to make money fast. This could be prestige pricing, but only if you've got an established company or have a very unique selling proposition. Alternatively, bundle pricing can help you make more money quicker by offering the services and products that you already have and that you already offer. Aggressive loss leader can also be used for this. There's many different ways that you can maximize your short-term profits. To gain market share. Now this is just a fancy way of saying that you've got a new business or a new product and you're trying to get it out to the market and you need clients now. This can be economy pricing, loss leader pricing, flexible pricing. Any of these will do. They'll help you get into the game and build up a large clientele of ideal clients who will then go out and talk about what you do, which will gain you more ideal clients. To survive. Sometimes things get rough. This is when you employ whatever pricing model you feel is going to get you through to the next quarter and survive. In other words, you do what you have to do. And then to do good. Now this is the model or strategy that Michael Port uses on many of his offerings. He'll intentionally keep his prices lower than his colleagues or competition on his seminars, his teleseminars, webinars, things of that nature. This allows new business owners to sign up and get involved. He makes his big money on through prestige pricing, which he does with his smaller groups of training and also his larger corporate speaking gigs. So let's talk about consider offering discounts and specials that give extra incentives. Leveraging a variety of discounting tactics and other incentive devices can be a great strategy to get clients and increase sales. Here are some options. Quantity discounts. You may be able to encourage clients to buy more of your services if they can get better prices for the more they purchase. Cash discounts. Some businesses offer cash discounts for money saved. Seasonal discounts. Encouraging clients to buy at certain times of the year in anticipation of seasonal needs. And markdowns and time-sensitive discounts, where you mark down your prices for a certain period of time or until a certain amount of sales are made. Let's talk about when to raise prices. Here are a few examples, just for the heck of it. Sometimes raising your prices just for the heck of it can lead simply to a beautiful increase and well-deserved increase in profit. Economic conditions. You may need to raise your prices due to the inflation of the economy. You're in demand and overbooked. When your services become higher demand, this may be a time to raise your prices. Training and skill development. If you've upgraded your certifications or if you've taken specific training that is relevant to your client's needs, this may also be a good time to raise your prices. And upgrading your packaging. If you've just overhauled your website, redesigned it, and seriously upgraded the look and feel of your brand, or if you've just invested in an upgrade in your offices, which makes you more efficient with your clients, this might be a good time to upgrade. When determining your pricing, think about how you are framing offers within a certain context and makes your potential clients view your products and services as the best choice. And anchoring your prices so that your potential clients have a specific reference point that makes your pricing look like the best deal.